What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Skank Podcast. It is a podcast based on the Legion of Skanks, and today we're going to be covering episode 580, Are You a Winner? And episode 2, which had no name. That was back in 2012. And
Yes,
with
sir.
me, I have Mr. Kyle Davis, aka Coffee 4 Ziltoid. Say what's up, yo.
How do you do? Yeah,
All right.
welcome to episode 2. We're hanging in there. We got a bunch of ideas. Some things to talk about from episode 2. Some things to talk about from 580. Seeing how they compare and contrast. So start us off. Where are we going to start from?
So episode 580, it was a Monday, and it's a pre-record. So I guess the guys are out for the week or the weekend and stuff like that, doing some road gigs. I know Lewis is going to the UK, with and doing some stuff with
That's
Bisbing.
right. His first time
Um,
there, right?
yeah, his first time there. Also, Justin Silver and Kyle Grooms were the guests.
Yes. Good to see Justin back.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was good to see him. I haven't seen him in a while, just on Instagram, basically.
These noisy fucking sandwiches. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. All right.
um, Even though we talked about Lewis a few minutes ago, he actually wasn't on the show this time.
He was not.
Uh, he was not. He
And
ended up.
you really felt that that presence was missing, like
I'm
that
glad you
energy.
said that.
Yeah,
I'm really
it was
glad
it
you
was
said
more,
that.
you know what, it was definitely more fluid. Like conversations definitely worked better. It was more like some friends all hanging out, and it was less chaotic.
Yeah,
But sometimes you miss that chaos.
there was no setups. Like you said on the last episode, he's really good at setting people up, and it was
Yes.
just that was lacking. I feel like Justin tried a little bit. He tried to be funny, and he was funny at moments. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Kyle's
that
great also.
yeah, he is. He is,
Black
man.
Kyle's
Shout out
great.
to him, man. Shout out to him for real. Black Kyle. Yeah, word.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know he had brain surgery. I never even knew that until you
Yeah,
mentioned that. Yeah.
that's
Fucking
crazy.
crazy.
It was like
Um
mandatory, right? Like rushed
it was
rushed to the
rushed.
fucking emergency room.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
he almost died, bro. He would have died if he hadn't had it. For real.
Mm. Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
here.
Real quick though, I wanted to say you can tell it was a pre-record because it started on time.
Right,
At
exactly.
8 o'clock, right
Which
at
has
8.
never happened ever.
No,
Yeah.
only with pre-records.
Monumental, historic event. Skank starts on time.
Hell yes.
Now let's see if they can get a live one to start on time.
That would be nice, man, right?
Absolutely
Those are
never.
a lot harder. Those live
Yeah,
shows
I
are a
know.
lot harder. You think they would start earlier than, you know what I'm saying? At least have
Right.
a blank screen just with the sound, and all you got to turn on is the video
Yeah.
when you need to start the show. I don't know what happens, man.
No,
I'd love to see the behind the scenes.
as somebody that's run pro wrestling events and shit, dude,
Mhm.
everything goes wrong at the exact worst time. And you're
I
just
believe
running
it.
around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to fucking get everybody situated where they're supposed to be.
Hmm.
Like shit won't fucking, like, the cameras stop working. Everything fucking falls apart when you're doing a live show, man.
Yeah, damn, man. I've
It's
never
so
had the
it's so fucking nerve wracking, man. You have no idea.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I've never had that happen. I've never really done a live show or anything like that
Yeah.
before. So,
And I was
I,
playing like a piece of shit, so I'm running around in a 3-piece suit, and
oh
I'm
no.
sweating balls, like yelling at people, trying to get oh, dude, it sucks.
Well, all right. So, like, were you the main character? Are you like the what are you in that? What were you in that
In
wrestling
in,
world?
uh, in Next Level Wrestling, as it was,
What's it called?
it was called Next Level Wrestling.
Next
And
level.
so we played off of like a video game kind of, like we did kind of like 8-bit kind of matches, like 8-bit audio with like,
Okay,
we would put like visual effects on some of the matches. We would put name bars, like as if it was like a fighting game kind of thing.
gotcha.
So we tried to do our own look to it,
That's
which,
fat.
yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. I won't lie. And then like certain organizations kind of like, we fell apart. the person that I ran the promotion with stole a bunch of money and hit the hay.
That seems
Pro
to happen a lot.
wrestling.
That seems to happen a lot in pro wrestling, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everybody will tell you the exact same story about how they trusted the exact wrong person.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was the like the owner on screen role. So it was like some entitled like the whole my story was like I inherited all this money from my dead uncle and then I bought a wrestling promotion. So I would treat wrestlers like shit kind of thing. And like that was my role. I was like an entitled millennial douchebag kind of thing.
Yeah. That comes
So
from money.
actually funny story, and you're not going to appreciate this yet, but you will once we start reviewing AEW on our Patreon. Which a nice little segue there, but I had a match with MJF. If anybody's listening and not watched pro wrestling, they know who this person is now. He's the epitome of just like piece of shit millennial heel now, right? Just like real Jewish douchebag, right? And I had a match with him, and I asked him if I wanted him to be on our card for our promotion. So I say, we'd love you to be a face with your other tag team partner for our promotion. And he's like, well, he's like, I'd love to work on your show. He's like, but I kind of do like this heel character, and it's like I'm like a Jewish like piece of shit millennial. And he's like, and I'm like, oh well, I already kind of do that. And he's like, yeah, but I'm like really good at it. And I take offense to it at the time. I'm like, yeah, well, we'll see about that. I'm pretty fucking good at it as well, dude. Like now he's on AEW, TNT.
Oh no, man!
And it's like you know what, man? Maybe you were right about that.
Did you have to grow out the Jew curls and everything? Well, I guess for you, you don't have to grow them.
It's less like hi, how's it day, but it's more like fucking. It's more like, no, you piece of shit from Jericho. Like you got all this money, you entitled douchebag kind of thing, that kind of Jewish.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but he crushes that role. You'll watch this dude and you'll be like, oh shit, dude, I get it. You shouldn't have even tried it with this fucking kid. You should have fucking rocket to the moon.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You brought up AEW, man. Talk about it. What we gonna do?
So, yeah, this is a little fucking snippet for, letting you know that we're going to be doing a Patreon thing. We'll be doing other stuff as well. We'll probably be reviewing the Friday Legion of Skanks shows as well on Patreon. But one thing that I think will be really interesting is me coming from a big pro wrestling background and being an enormous pro wrestling fan now. And Arce, knowing absolutely nothing about professional wrestling, nada. I think it'll be really fun and interesting to have both of us watch AEW Dynamite every Wednesday, and he can say his thoughts on everything. I can say why this is happening, the backstory to this, explain all this, give him a crash course in professional wrestling, while also seeing some kind of thread of somebody that's never watched pro wrestling before and seeing how they take everything and what they find cool, what they think is gay, whichever, and I think that can be a lot of fun.
So the show started on time, and Lewis is actually a no-show. And you can tell that Jay is pissed, bro. From the opening, from the show, you can tell there's just something about Jay. Jay really shows his emotions in his face if you ever really just watch him. And
yeah, he wears them on his sleeve completely.
He sure does, man. Book. Well, come to find out, his grandmother died. And Lewis kept trying to force him to do a podcast on the fucking road. Huh?
Both of our grandmothers just died.
Oh, man. Yo, sorry to hear that, bro. Salud.
No, dude, it's okay. She's like 1,000 years old. It's fine. You lived that long. It's like, good job. You did it.
You did it.
You don't feel like, I don't feel any kind of like, oh, man, I wish she had stayed longer. No, man, like, good on you.
Yeah.
Had a great life. Godspeed, soldier.
No doubt. And he said she raised him until he was 11. So, you know, you could tell that's like his second mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or first mom, really, yeah.
First mom, really, yeah, exactly. But I thought it was fucked up. So prior to the recording was done Sunday. I found that out because of the racist live chat, and I'll get into that in a second.
What a live chat it is.
You definitely got to have some balls to be in that live chat.
Yo, shout out. That is a place forgotten by time.
Yeah. They recorded a Sunday, and they were trying to force Jay to do a podcast while he was supposed to leave to go to the funeral for his grandmother.
Right.
So he said, all right, well, I'll figure something out. He ends up, I don't know now, what kind of confused me about the story is that I don't know if he was leaving next Sunday or he was supposed to leave the day before.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming he was supposed to leave the next Sunday. But
Right.
Lewis ends up
Either
just
way,
no call, no show, and just never even.
What do you mean? You mean you're gonna miss the show?
Jay was telling Lewis that his grandma just died and shit, and he's like, I guess I can get some recording information, gear while I'm out there,
right,
going to my grandmother's funeral. But,
which like Jay's such a fucking teddy bear, man. Like just a goddamn rollover sweetheart. Doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, if he left the network, they'd struggle. Let's keep that shit real.
Sure, dude. I mean, the show would struggle. I mean, you'd bring in Zach Amico, I think that you have to, but I don't it doesn't fill the Big J role.
But it really goes. I'm gonna go back a little bit. It really goes to show about Lewis, man. He's like, I like the dude, man. I gotta say, he's my favorite skank. For real. He is. I watch Real Ass Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's probably my favorite skank for real, because I feel like I identify with him a lot. Not just us both being Puerto Rican or whatever, but I do. We're same age brackets. I mean, I think we're the same age. So it's
I think you and I together create Lewis. You're the Puerto Rican, and that age and everything. And I'm that same fucking chaotic energy. Yeah. Together we put our rings together like Captain Planet and we make up.
Me and you are the broke ass Real Ass Podcast right now. You're Zach Amico and I'm fucking Lewis.
If Real Ass Podcast was run by Lewis, who was conjoined with a some kind of deformed twin,
boy.
Conjoined twins.
Quado from fucking Total Recall or some shit coming out the stomach. So, Lewis sick, Jay's pissed. He showed up. So the show kind of, I felt like it was I felt like it was a bit dry. I ain't gonna lie,
Well, here's the kicker that you didn't mention, which is the best part about this whole Jay's grandmother just died story, and he still does the podcast. And then today is the day where they're recording, and Lewis is like, my tummy hurts. I can't come in. And so Lewis, so Jay does this whole fucking recording on the weekend of his grandmother's passing, and Lewis is just like, oh, the tummy's no good. I'm not coming in.
Supposedly he had went out to Royersford and got sick food poisoning or something from a gig that he had.
And Jay explained how hilarious it is or I think it might have been Dave, how dramatic Lewis is about everything he does. And he's like, oh, just now got up off the couch. I could finally get down something to eat. Yeah. That's so fucking good.
He wants you to say congratulations, you're doing good, you got this. Right. That's what I think it is. You know what I mean?
Right, to think oh man, he really is struggling. So it's I really have to dial it the fuck in,
But I'm gonna keep it real with you. He was lying. Think so? Yeah.
I kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, man.
I don't want people to think that I'm bullshitting. So I don't handle being sick well either. I've done shit where I've gone punch for punch with fucking international deathmatch legends and shit. But I don't handle being sick well at all. I'm just leave me on this couch. I'm gonna die now. So I get it if he just he really wants to let you know he's not doing well.
Yeah, but see, that's where I think he's bullshitting which
is also pussy shit.
Yeah, because okay, if you're really that sick, why are you texting me? First off, just don't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
That
I
nigga
don't want to play
lying. Come
devil's
on, let's keep it
avocado or
real.
anything.
And plus, not only that, I think the room was full, man, with for 5 people because they called in 2 guests.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I feel like he just bitched out and just didn't do the show. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think so. This show is his fucking livelihood.
True, but he doesn't have to be
He's
there.
the
Well,
only one that cares about it.
I guess he kind of showed that he does kind of have to be there too because the show was kind of dry. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Until they got to the bits, but because you know how in the beginning of the show they do a little bit of a banter and talking back and forth and then bullshit, and then they get to the nitty gritty of the show. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about where. Okay, so Jay was annoyed with Lewis calling out because his tummy hurt. Where did it go from there?
R. Kelly. They talked about R. Kelly.
Oh, right. Dude, I think it was a solid episode. I think I really do.
It was a great episode for sure. For sure. But it wasn't one of those silly, stupid episodes that, that comes along with Louis J being there. You know what I'm saying? Like his little dumb shit that he makes fun of. You know what I mean? And he is funny. I think he's funny.
He's funny. He's funny, and him being not funny makes has everybody else pile on top of him, and that's fucking hilarious also.
Yeah.
There's not much better than Dave and Jay making fun of Lewis for not having correct eating habits in public.
Yeah.
As he's trying to tackle a full barbecue chicken
on the show.
Putting it on the show live and putting napkins on Jay's desk. He's like, what are you doing? Who does this?
Yeah. True. I think somebody needed to be the heel, and he's definitely playing that part, if you will. He's
a whipping boy, man. More often than not, he's like the Stevie Richards of fucking everything, man. He just gets, or the Bobby Kelly or the let's see who else. Bobby Kelly is great at getting shit on, man. Rich Voss,
fucking Rich Voss, man. Everybody shits on him, man.
It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, think about it. He was a crackhead. He's missing all his teeth.
He's bad at comedy.
He's mad. He's bad at comedy, but yet he's got a BMW.
when the first time I saw, first time I saw Legion of Skanks live, Rich Voss showed up to just do his plugs and then leave.
And bounced.
He showed up for the plugs.
That's great. So what do you think? What do you think about this R. Kelly shit, man? As you take a bite. Sorry.
Bad timing. On my part.
So what do you think about this R. Kelly shit, man?
Yeah, there you go. All right, one more time.
All right. So what do you think about this R. Kelly shit, man?
Damn. Oh, that's such a loaded question. Holy shit. What do I think about it? What do I think about R. Kelly? What do I think about people laughing at R. Kelly? What do I think about R. Kelly is clearly that dude is off.
Facts.
Or no, here, let me play devil's avocado real quick. Or
I love avocados.
Or he's just living his fucking life to the fullest.
True.
Just who's gonna fucking stop me? You listen to Ignition. You listen to
word. Yeah. Hell yeah. I like that.
You pee on an underage girl. That's woof. That's rough.
Supposedly he had a house full of these underage girls.
All right, no, what now here's where I'm gonna go. Because this is my own thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Piss. Kinda into it. That's not my problem.
That's crazy. That leads us into the next bit. Right. Lana Rhoades.
Well, Lana Rhoades.
We'll totally right. So we're going to get there to a second. I'd like to talk about the piss.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a filth dog, so
okay.
A lot of fucking gross, weird, crazy shit I'm totally into. But the underage part is where it isn't okay. Like that's no good.
Yeah. What about like 17 and
reprehensible?
what about 17, 11 months and 29 days?
Dude, like all right, yeah. I'll say this. I get it. I'm not going to because of like, Louis C.K. had an amazing fucking bit where he said, these pedophiles, they get caught and then they keep doing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he goes, which you have to surmise that it must be really good for a pedophile. Like
think about it when we were 15 or 16.
Well, he says, and then he says, which is I think is so fucking good. He says, I love Mounds bars, right? And he goes, and it's my favorite thing, and I can't even eat one while doing something else at the same time. And he goes, I have to sit there in my mouth and be like, why is this so good? And he's like, and that's my favorite thing. But if somebody told me that if you eat another Mounds bar, everybody in the world will hate you and you'll go to jail, I would stop eating Mounds bars.
Yeah, no doubt. That should be just very easy and just common sense, bro. I mean, that's what I would think.
Right, which is just fucking an unbelievable bit. He did that in front of SNL, the entire like mainstream puffy crowd of Saturday Night Live, and like most people were mortified.
Yeah, hilarious. So I'm not into piss. And I got to be honest, I gagged. And coming into after they talked about R. Kelly, they started talking about Lana Rhoades. If you don't know who Lana Rhoades is, she's a porn star, and evidently she was on a podcast. 3 chicks in a podcast or something. It's something like that. In a
kitchen, right.
And 3 chicks, 1 kitchen or something like that.
Yeah.
And Lana Rhoades was talking about.
Do you think that's kind of in a way playing off of 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Oh, absolutely, 1,000,000%.
So isn't that weird?
That's exactly what it's doing.
Isn't it weird that they're damning pornography and then at the same time playing off of 2 Girls, 1 Cup
and still getting paid off of it?
Dirty.
I mean, let's keep it real.
It's like
man.
millennial. It's like millennial The View. Like fuck them.
Coming to ABC, 3 chicks also, in 1 kitchen.
Saying that, I will say I totally understand why that porn star was not happy.
Yeah. And we will get into that. I'm not going to talk about because that's what happened next. But so before that, Lana Rhoades was talking about in that podcast, her getting pissed on, I think it was her getting pissed on, and she started crying.
Right.
So in true LOS fashion, they showed the clip of her getting pissed on.
Yes. And after showing her being very like life-scarringly upset. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the entire, and this is where we're going to lose a lot of people. The entire preface of all of this is Jay said, I'm introducing both of these clips because this is what Luis Gomez
jacks off to. Yes, thank you. That was a very important part, and I missed it.
Right.
Absolutely.
So Luis has to take, like, him watching a girl getting pissed on, pissed into, all of that isn't enough for him. He needs some kind of realistic backstory that he can like use like the juxtaposition of both of them to have all of the information needed. You know, it's like that Blade Runner zoom and enhance.
I gotta open up. Full disclosure. So do I, bro.
Yeah, interesting. Fascinating.
I have to have the whole scene. Does she like me? Does she not like me? Am I, you know what I'm saying, gonna be aggressive? Or if I'm not gonna be aggressive, that shit is the shit.
Okay, interesting.
I love the psychological part of it.
I do like the make-believe narrative, even though the porn stars are terrible at acting usually, and like that does help for sure.
Yeah. I can't do it too much. I like the POVs better than that, but yeah,
really,
I can get I can get to where you're talking about though, because
But do you need a POV with an introduction, or can you just get right into like you click it and then fucking starts, or like
yeah, I can do
blowing
that.
starts?
It just
Yeah,
depends on
okay.
it depends on my mood.
I'd rather not. Like if
Facts.
like I'd like some kind of like I'd like an introduction. I'd like, oh, who are you? What do you do? Kind of thing. Or like, oh, let's go to the couch. I'll take that. But like if I click a thing and it's just like, like I don't know, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's
I
just
hear
like
you.
it could be any hot bitch with a dick in their mouth at that point. It's just like, what does that do
Yeah,
for me? You know?
true. I think, and see, all right, the kind of shit I like is like the shit out in public.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like the bang bus was my shit back in the day. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
I
Because
also
you
like the
had,
thing,
and you thought it was real.
right. I also like the things where like there's like a people around a table and somebody's just like some girls just like jerking some dude off like at the table, and then like they got to sneak around and do all that shit, you know, like that, you know, like the stuff that like has to be blocked with a fucking camera, you know, like the
Exactly.
lighting and the camera, and you need angles and shit. I'm all about that production.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same word. You like the production value of shit.
I like that production value shit.
Hell yeah. Okay, so they showed Lana Rhoades getting pissed on, and
Mhm.
um, she's hot. I ain't gonna front. She's a cutie. Yeah, there's no.
Mhm.
But you know, seeing her being pissed on, she acted very well. She acted like she loved it. I mean, so
No,
whatever she
dude,
got paid, she should have probably got more for that. You know what I mean?
this might be where you and I disagree. I
Okay,
think this is something that she regretted doing afterwards.
sure.
And this is
Everybody, I would
Alex.
too.
Alex is a bad bitch. The more I hear from Alex, the more I like her. Um, and
She had a great point.
she had a great point where she couldn't watch the video without like audibly and visually gagging, you know, visibly gagging. So she's like, that's not acting. Like you were okay with this at the time. You did this. You chose to do this, you know?
All right, the very next skit after Lana Rhoades, and this next segment was Max Hardcore basically walking into a room. Now I don't know what the whole setup is. He did kind of talk about it a little bit, and but it says this dude Max Hardcore walks into this fucking room and basically just does whatever the fuck he wants with this woman,
So
and
so this is them
so I
showing.
need you
Yeah.
to set that up for real.
So this is them showing Max Hardcore being a scumbag, who's now in jail for countless who the fuck knows. But
60 months,
um
I think, is what they said.
oh right, he's not in jail any longer. He was in like 2008 or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now he said he got
So
out. He wants to do better.
right. So to set this whole section up, Jay was talking about how in this documentary it's showing that to compare to this girl that's not okay with being pissed on and all that on the View, on the Millennial View show, Three Girls One Kitchen. Now they're showing a scene from a documentary following around this porn star who said she's coming from England and she's just gonna dip her toe in, make enough money to kind of stay afloat for her children and all that stuff back home, and how quickly somebody can be fucking like turned around and fucking turned inside out by Hollywood, by like that horrible subsect of Hollywood, you know, like how quickly somebody can be manipulated and turned into just like a collection of fucking holes for the video camera. Um and so he's showing that, and in this documentary they go to Max Hardcore's house mansion. Um, and in typical Max Hardcore fashion, I wouldn't see him doing anything any other way from having seen Max Hardcore before. Um, yeah, like it's kind of the dirtiest, most filthy fucking
I felt so uncomfortable. I did, but
yeah.
yo, I wanted to jack off at the same time. I ain't going front. I was like, yo, damn, it's kind of hot. I ain't going front, But
well, that's the thing is like I've seen Max Hardcore do this with a bunch of different girls who are all gung ho, like like when you're young, you don't fucking think about it. You're like, it's a fucking movie, and you don't think about like the psychological scarring and the damaging that it does all these years later. But that's neither here nor there. Porn is porn. This is like that James Dean level fucking porn, where sometimes fucking you're into that, or sometimes a girl is into that, and it's just like Max Hardcore is like fucking porn depravity at its fucking most god awful. Yeah. And
that's almost that's almost like that the dark web kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really pushing that line. It really is.
It's hardcore fucking. It's depravity for sure. But what this documentary did, which was really interesting, is it showed the psychological tools he uses to
Are you a winner?
Huh?
Are you a winner? That's what he said in the day.
You gotta coax these scenes into happening. If there's a problem, if there's a fucking like fucking pull lever if chick not into it, or pull lever if chick start crying, like and he sits down and he does his pimp thing. And he goes, hey, baby, like we got to do this. And then like, it's all about putting on a show and da-da-da-da. And then the minute he sees that she's just not going to do it, he flips a fucking switch and he just berates her. And it's like, oh, I picked up this guy all the way from Malibu and you're not even going to fucking try. These are the fucking quote. I don't appreciate your effort.
Yes, that is so great.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, dude.
And I don't want to idolize this guy or put him up there.
No, that's not happening.
Not at all. But just to see a true scumbag at work and see what he actually does in real life, it was eye-opening to me, man. It was like, I could never be that fucking shitty to somebody.
No, exactly. In a woman's like absolute sexual assault like breakdown, to have this dude just be like, I don't appreciate your effort. Yeah. There's like a weird dark hilarity to it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and the worst part about all of this is that it worked and she was gonna do the scene. And then that's when the documentarian stepped in and was like, I had to step in because clearly she was not of her right frame of mind, the right frame of mind and sound.
That she could no longer consent.
Right.
I think that was kind of bullshit.
I do agree. It's kind of a weird place for him to come from.
He should have done that from the beginning. Yeah,
he was definitely exactly. He was right in thinking that, but he was way fucking late. And it's like, I don't think you give him. It's like a little too late for some fucking high fives,
Exactly right. Exactly right. And what's crazy about it is that they picked this chick up from the fucking airport directly and brought her straight to the fucking house to get fucked, and she was naked. In the when you first see her, she's naked, so she knew what she was there for. Right. So it's like,
and the documentarian did as well. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, gay shit. Jay did not know how to pronounce documentarian. Look it up. Watch it.
To play devil's avocado. I just struggled with that word twice.
No, but you got it. He didn't even try. He didn't even try. He went, oh, no, that's the documentary. That was it. He just stopped talking.
It's a weird one if you're not ready for it. Like, if you don't know
man. It's so fucking. Oh, I thought you were talking about the damn documentary.
Oh, the documentary itself?
I was going to say documentary. Look, that's how Yeah, the documentary itself, man. That shit made me feel weird, man. Just watching it, man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how they felt in studio. 4 dudes is in one room watching this shit. You know what I mean?
All right. Like this is that girl that we've been talking to this whole time, and we're just watching her like like mentally check out while getting railed out, you know?
Exactly right. Exactly.
It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. It's a horrible world, much like professional wrestling. And, you know, in both ways, you're selling your body. You know, professional wrestling, porn, horrible worlds for horrible people.
Sure.
Normally, except for AEW and PWG.
And you're doing 3, 4, 6, 8 shows a day or a week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yeah.
Just like porn, they're probably doing 6, 7 scenes a day. You know what I'm saying, or a week.
Yeah, that's
whatever. I don't know how
crazy.
it's all. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine it, man. I couldn't even imagine it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking crazy, man. After that, they got into the who's most justified punching a woman. My favorite segment of the whole shit.
No, I was like, which one are we doing? Which one are we doing? Who's most justified? And I'm like, which one?
I was like, if they do the N-word with fucking Kyle Grooms there, there's gonna be shit hell to pay.
Well, they did it with I believe they did it with Jeremy also, right?
They did.
With Jeremiah? Sorry.
Yeah.
I think they did.
I don't remember. Maybe because I remember Jeremiah got up and bounced out of the of something. I forgot what it was. Anyway.
Oh no, then I'm not thinking of the right one.
They did it with
Mohawk.
Oh yeah, Jamar Neighbors. They did it with Jamar Neighbors. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yes,
right
Neighbors.
There,
yes.
Yeah, hell
fucking
yeah.
hilarious, dude.
He's great, man. So, in who's most justified punching a woman?
Yes.
All right. We got to preface. We have to preface this. Yes.
People might be very upset.
True. And please, can you preface it, please?
Yes, this is all theirs, and this is all their prefacing as well.
Yes, this is from the prefacing we're going to do is probably just exactly from the show.
Exactly. Who's most justified punching a woman does not mean anybody is justified. And you know what?
Or
they're
all justified.
That's Dave's. Yeah. And Shane Gillis did the same thing recently, talking about in his stand-up. There's not the most. There is a most hilarious presidential assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean any of them are hilarious, but there has to be the most hilarious one. Same thing here. Who's most justified punching a woman does not mean any of them are justified, but one of them has to be the most justified out of 3 clips they're going to show. Proceed.
So the first clip, it's a woman walking into the elevator, and
oh my god,
yes, half a second later, the guy rushing in, completely bloody head. It looks like he got a big old scar over his eye, and just starts wailing on this woman and starts beating her ass. Blood's going everywhere, and the elevator door closes. So the whole time,
you don't even see what he looks like. The first thing you see is just
not at all.
Whoa, like overhand right.
And you can tell she's a tough bitch too. She was taking every fucking bit of that and fighting back.
She knew what to do. She fucked him up, man.
She did.
Like she went down. She gave him a fucking right to the fucking dick. It looked like, and then she pulled back, and then it was a straight kick to the dick also.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had that shit because like that video's cut up into clips, kind of. You know, like it's weirdly stopped.
You could tell. Yeah.
And at some like after that one, the guy goes like, "Oh,"
mm-hmm.
and then the next one, like they're talking.
Yeah, he's on the phone talking to her, and then
that dude's like pouring blood.
I mean, puddles and puddles of blood all over the fucking elevator.
Yeah, he looked like fucking like Mick Foley thumbtacks like versus Triple H Royal Rumble 2000. I want to say.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
Okay. So there's that one. I don't want to go through the whole clip. So y'all gonna have to watch it. Y'all gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
On the Legion of Skanks.
Right. And you can watch all of it on YouTube also.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
They put all their episodes up for free on YouTube as well.
Yeah, the week, a couple days later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the first
second clip. Yep, that was the first clip.
We do want to say they. Oh, you want to talk about the entire clip
Of the elevator clip. I wasn't
Yeah.
going to get into it, but if you want to, we can. I was just going to say, there's
If
that
we're going to talk
one.
about who's most justified, we should probably give our opinions on who we think is most justified. Also, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so after that, then at some point she's clearly trying to grab his phone. He starts like headbutting her, but then she fucking like backs him up, and then she has him in a fucking like in a vice grip with her elbow into his neck, and then it cuts into immediately like they're cleaning together.
They're cleaning the whole fucking elevator.
Yeah.
Cleaning all the blood that they left everywhere.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were probably around the 6th floor, for what I can tell by the button that they pushed.
Okay.
So
Good
they had
observation.
so they had to clean that one, and I think she went down to the 1st, or she went
Okay.
down to the 6th, maybe. I don't know what it was. It's some
Well,
shit.
like they're together then, and that brings me
Yes.
that brings me to what I think was line of the night. Yes.
You know what's funny, right? I named this episode
Yeah.
Are You a Winner? Monday when they name, you know what I'm saying, on the live.
Yeah.
I was like, our episode's gonna be Are You a Winner? Come to find out, that's what they fucking named it. You know what I mean?
Did they really?
Yeah. So it's called Are You a Winner?
No.
Yeah. So we can't name it that, but we'll name it something.
Really? Oh my god! I had no idea. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right, so
but your line of the night. Go ahead.
So then they're cleaning together, and then Dave talks about, oh, you know what? It's cool that like even when you're that fucking hostile at each other, it's still the same relationship dynamics of being so heated and just being like, what are we doing? Like, and then coming together and fixing everything. And that brings in like Jay immediately was like, oh, like this video is some Russian shit. And so later on, which he's totally right about. There's no
yeah, I mean, of course.
So later on, like that's what they're talking about, and Jay goes like yeah, they were definitely arguing like well, I'd rather fuck your sister, and then the other one's like, oh, I'd rather fuck my sister too. What are we doing? Come, let's go home. We'll watch Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That fucking popped me.
And you know what, man? And I think that's really, that line right there kind of broke the ice in the rest of the episode, man.
You think so?
That was towards the end, actually. I'd like to think so, man, because it up until, you know, because we had the R. Kelly thing, the Lana Rhoades thing, and the Max Hardcore thing, you know, all had to do with fucking basically rape and shit like that. So you know, and then when we come to the second clip, that's when it just kind of got even better. I wish there was like another 30 minutes of that episode, because I think it would have been way better episode altogether.
I thought it was great. I mean, like maybe you might like, it might have just been such uncomfortable fucking topic after uncomfortable topic for you, and that could be why you felt that way.
Yeah,
I think
great. So.
I thought everything flowed really well.
Yeah, man. Before we get to the second clip, man, I watched Candyman, and
I did not
watched it. I watched it with my kids. Okay, it's rated R. God, they got close. They got close to the sex. They got close to the nude scenes. They got so close, it made me uncomfortable around my kids. You know what I mean?
Wait, are you talking about like the filming was very close up? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Like they got close to the actual act. Like they made it so that, okay, this is where they fucked, basically.
Gotcha.
But you know, it's like, as a parent, you know, especially with my younger ones, it's just like not quite. I want to show them a good horror flick, because I watched fucking Freddy and Jason when I was 6 years old. You know what I mean?
Talk to me. I will give you what you need.
True. Yeah. I'm gonna have to hit you up, because me and my kids love watching horror movies, but I just don't know which ones to watch, because sometimes you don't know what the sex scenes are gonna be like, or whatever.
What a terrific time for plugs.
Let's do it. You do it. Go ahead.
Hey, man. You trying to watch horror movies with your children, but you don't know which ones to pick? Hit us up. at Instagram.com/topcult. On top, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, but fuck Twitter. It's terrible. It's cancerous. YouTube, topcult.com, top KVLT. We are a horror podcast, me and my lady, Blaze Doll. We also run horror events in Brooklyn.
She's out of his league, by the way, y'all. Let's just make that.
Out of my league, yeah. lucky cat. Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island. We run horror events, double features, paired with top mixologists making drinks for the events, or people making dinners for the events. We have DJs. When we do all the visuals of everything. We have trailers beforehand. We do costume contests. We have a giant cake that's shaped like the fucking walrus and Tusk. We do all kinds of shit. Hit us up. We can always talk to whoever we want about horror movies. And if you have any questions about movies that would be great for you and your kids, or you and your estranged nephew, we're willing to help. We've watched everything from the fucking 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Now, talk to us.
Why you got to throw in the strange nephew, man? That's me.
Are you the strange nephew?
Facts. Good job.
Follow me on Instagram.com/ you say that, right? That's what you're supposed to say. Instagram / coffee for Ziltoid 4, number 4. Also, that's it.
Yep. Word. You can follow me on Instagram, RSAYSR. That's it. All right. So clip 2 was the two. That'll be on Patreon. You'll know why he's doing that. All right. So clip 2 was 2 tall chicks, or 2 or 3 tall chicks, trying to fight some Spanish dude and some maitre d' from a restaurant.
Oh, dude, that was wild.
I didn't get it.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck is this all about? I mean, they're obviously drunk as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It's just bitches being wild and fucking never being fucking taught a lesson. And honestly, this clip, super professional. This dude's like, hey, stay away from my dad in the parking lot. These 3 fucking drunk tall bitches are like wilding out, right? And they're running at him and he's like, stay away. And they're running at him and he just fucking like Minoru Suzuki gets around him and just fucking tosses him down, and gets around the other one and tosses her down. Doesn't hit any of them. Just fucking tosses bitches left and right. And they can't fucking stand because they're on heels and they're drunk as fuck anyway.
It makes me realize that Jay is right about women cops, bro. So the chicks,
yeah,
you could tell they were so drunk, but yo, they had to have been, all 3 of them had to have been above 6 feet tall, man.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
they
why
were
are all of them
fucking
that tall?
huge? And by the way, not only were they fucking tall and motherfucker, but they was fucking fine as hell, all 3 of them.
Yeah, but they're like, there's no hand-eye coordination. They're not.
No, they're fucking
they're not
idiots.
graceful.
They're Instagram models.
they're just this, and then they're fucking just being tossed left and right.
They are in high heels, but nonetheless, I think the dude. Go ahead.
Totally reasonable. This dude defended his dad's honor, or even safety, right? Let's go there. We don't know exactly what started everything in that parking lot, but we know that this dude just fucking dropped knee, got around, grabbed by the waist to the side.
Yeah. But the thing is, the second girl, he basically laid down on the ground. He should have just gave her a fucking pillow and a blanket, because he put her down so soft.
He laid her down softly, and then you know what he tried to do after that is he tried to get away, and they kept running after him. So this dude is not at fault in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
He didn't.
Not only was he not at fault, I think he's disqualified for this contest. I don't think that was enough, because he didn't hit them at all. He literally just put them on the ground. So
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was that should have been part of it. I don't think that should have been in any running or anything or any kind of well, obviously the discussion, but I think honestly that would have been last on my list.
I think you're completely correct.
He didn't do shit, and he didn't hit him. He just walked away
You know
from
what,
him.
dude? And he didn't even like German suplex him or anything.
Nothing. I would have smacked one of them at least.
You know what, dude? So, like,
that dude's about my height, by the way.
He had her. He had a pass by, and then he had her by the waist.
Mm-hmm.
He could have even put his foot on her heel and then tripped her hard, and he didn't. He didn't do any of that.
This is all after he got kicked in the dick twice.
Yeah, exactly. And he was super like passive and just sat them down. Didn't fucking throw them or anything. So yeah, you can totally say he's it's reasonable for him to be out of the contest for this.
Mm-hmm.
Which leaves video 1, video 3.
Now we're up to number 3. Ha 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 ha. This is my favorite one. Oh, wait. Before we even do that. Clip 2 takes me to the line of the day. My line of the day. All right. So the dude was recording, and at the end of the whole shit, the chick start chasing the guy with the fucking phone, and he's all like, "Yeah, no, I can record it. It's not illegal to record." Da 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 da. And then it clips to him saying, "It's not illegal, sweetheart. See you on the internet." That shit had me dying.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, man. I thought that made the clip. You know what I mean? Or that made my line of the day.
Yeah. I love that they tried to focus on him.
Yeah.
Like they realize their actions are so reprehensible that they look at him and he's filming and they're upset, but it has to be on somebody else why they're so upset, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Clip 3.
So clip 3 is you see a woman basically beating up another woman that doesn't want to fight, but in my mind,
she sits this girl down, and this girl's like, I don't like. She might have been borderline retarded. Like she could be retarded.
That's exactly where I was gonna go with it. I think she has some kind of mental illness, and you got this tallest Asian woman I've ever seen. I don't know what the fuck they were. They all looked Asian to me.
I thought every single woman you saw looked Asian.
in that video.
Okay.
Yeah, those tall white girls, they were Asian too.
Yeah, man, check your eyes, dude. Yeah.
No, in the clip, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know what it was, but you see like a tall ass woman whipping up on what looks to be a mentally ill person, and then there's a guy that walks up like, "Hey, y'all need to stop what y'all doing." This is what it looks like. Okay,
right.
We're just seeing this. Hey, stop what you're doing. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. And then the tall woman comes up, starts talking shit to him, pushes him. Next thing you know, woo-wee, the motherfucking slap out of hell came out of this fucking... He had the dragon fist.
Oh, dude.
Yo, that motherfucker just went, and just bam, dropped her on the ground.
So here's one thing you forgot to mention, which is huge, is... she's beating on this girl who's sitting down in front of her.
Correct.
And so she's beating on
Kicked her in the face.
Right? Well, then after she beats on her, she stands up and then she just front toe kicks her in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't do that unless you're trying to fucking like break somebody's nose, break their face, you know, like straight cunty behavior.
Fucking right.
So then this waddly,
and you could tell she got a crew too. All those other all the other women that were standing around, you could tell that's her little crew. That's
all the people that follow her. See that.
That's the way it looked like to me. Like that was her little crew.
To me, they just kind of seemed like people that like didn't know how to react to the situation, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
So
they was all in on it. That's how the Asians do.
Fuck them all. This waddly junkie, like this waddly tall junkie, comes over to the guy, shoves him. He cups his shit, dude. So he just blasted her.
She fell probably 10 feet.
He blasted her with just like the ridge of his hand. It made the slap noise and everything. It was, and this bitch just stumbles and then goes right down.
And that was the end of the clip.
Deservedly so.
End of the clip right there. As soon as she falls down, that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? So
she'll never fucking try to do that shit again.
Hell nah, at least not on that block.
No.
That dude might be
Gonna take
walking
her
back from
business
the
elsewhere.
grocery store or some shit next time she try to fuck around out there.
Right. So
Who's most justified in your mind?
who's most justified hitting a woman? With clip 2 disqualified for us.
Yes.
And I think that's.
Oh, you too, huh?
I think that's reasonable. You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're completely correct there.
That would leave 1 and 3.
It's got to be 3. It's got to be 3.
I think so too.
3
so 3 is the Asian man.
To injure a retarded woman.
Yeah.
Kicked her in the brain. And then this dude just fucking Jackie Chan launches this tall junkie into space.
Facts. Yeah, I think so too. I think clip 3 is definitely the most justified. 2, the dude didn't do shit, man. He was just kind of trying to get the fuck out of there. You know,
didn't hit anybody. He placed these drunk dumb bitches on the floor.
Facts.
Placed him.
The Russian elevator is as fucking crazy as it was to watch it, and to see them clean the shit up afterwards. We don't know the side story really.
Right.
We don't know what happened. All we know that he came in
went for his phone
bloody
a couple times, and that's what launched him into just like get away.
That's why they kept making jokes about it, because every time she would go for the phone, he start fucking her up, yo.
Wailing on her. But here's the thing. He might be justified if she's like a Jason Bourne, which like she kind of seemed to be, you know, like
yo.
she knew where to fucking go at every point, you know, and like she had him with the fucking elbow in the throat and everything.
That bitch was trained by Putin.
Yeah, straight up. And that's the thing is like might be justified as like, okay, I have to fucking run into the elevator and wail this bitch to even have a shot at winning this fight.
Hell yeah.
It's got to be 3.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Golf clap. All right. So today's gay shit.
Yes.
So you know that the episode was pre-recorded if you watched it live, but the bonus part of it was the racist live chat. Mr. Bobby Hutch himself joined in and was bullshitting with everybody the whole fucking time. And I actually got some information out of that.
Oh, talk to us. What you got?
So one thing I didn't know is that Bobby Hutch started around episode 110. So that was around his first episode. So I can't wait to get to that one. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know, Ghey Sh, I'm glad that he joined the episode or joined the racist live chat because it gave something extra to the episode. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's my Ghey Sh.
Something that might have been missing from it being pre-recorded.
Yes, absolutely. Right. And I think if they do a pre-record like that, you know, for the next couple of weeks, by the way, we're in trouble because they're doing pre-records. They're doing a lot of pre-records the next few weeks. So
I didn't think it was bad, man. I really didn't. I think we're okay.
But there's not going to be any stand episodes, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So we're gonna have to, you know, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be just as fun. It's just we're not gonna have probably, you know, it's just gonna be a different environment for the next few weeks.
Exactly. I mean, that's because it's Skanks Fest, right?
And like Skank Fest. Lewis going to UK.
UK, right?
Jay's grandma dying now.
Oh man,
Dave
not wanting to be a part of the show.
Yeah, exactly. And him having a baby soon, you know what I'm saying? So he's not doing any road dates or doing anything like that. So basically for the next couple of weeks
for people to fuck off right now.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think that Dave is gonna have looks like he's gonna have some time off other than Part of the Problem, you know, and shit like that, whatever else he does.
Right.
So it's going to be an interesting few weeks. I think we kind of started at a mood point, but there's only up from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with Skank Fest right around the corner, man. I mean, it's going to be huge.
Oh, man.
And goddamn, I wish it was in New York, but
and
next
not
year,
only
man, you know?
somebody put it on Facebook, man. I wish somebody would just put it on pay-per-view. I brought that shit up so many fucking times last year, man, or the year before, man. I was like, guys, Bobby, please, man, put this shit on pay-per-view or something. Put it on your website, man. Record whatever you can, man. I'll pay for this shit.
like Alice Mania, like that's on like they can do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because like isn't Alice Mania like on some kind of streaming thing?
Yeah, YouTube, bro. I think. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
word.
it's
All
just
right.
YouTube. Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what it is there. But like yeah, like um I don't know, Capital Wrestling, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Also I think they also do some kind of fucking streaming service thing also. I don't
Right.
understand why you wouldn't be able to just do a like three people walking around with cameras through all of Skankfest kind of thing. You know, and
Yeah.
you can kind of maybe pick between three cameras, you know?
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
Like a
I
live
think
stream
that's
of that would be fucking
yeah. And
awesome.
even if it's just like far away, and you see all the crowd and maybe the audio from whatever's on the stage, that's
Well, like
good enough.
there's different stages, so like you can pick between the camera
And
one
so you do
watching
that.
this comedian, camera two watching this naked roast, you know, camera three watching this, you know, like yeah.
Yep. Camera
I think
four,
that can be really
Alex's
fucking cool.
nipples.
Alec, dude. No, I just love her as a fucking on-screen personality now, you know?
Yeah, nah. I've been, she's on Disgusting Hawk. She's really good on that, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, well, she's not a character or nothing, but she's like, the producer.
No, she's herself, right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, good on her, man. Yeah. She was good.
Yeah. So let's take it back.
Talk to us about episode 2.
LOS episode 2. Obviously, it didn't have a name. It came out in 2012,
Yes.
and you know, what I'm seeing the basis. I've only heard as far as the old episodes that are in the archives, which is 1 and 2. They went to Twitter a lot, so they based a lot of their show on what answers they got from Twitter.
Yes. Yeah, that was them trying to fucking figure out what they should talk about, right?
Exactly,
What the show should
exactly.
be. This is the episode that they
Give me your
declared that.
thoughts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. This is the episode that they declared that the show is in fact going to be called Legion of Skanks.
Yes, facts.
Yes.
Absolutely
So
true.
proceed.
All right. So in this episode, they read the tweets: first fight, first girlfriend, and first something else. But they only got to first fight and first girlfriend.
Right.
So with that, what was your first fight or first girlfriend?
Damn, dude. Okay, so
What would you go for? Girlfriend? You want to
I'll
do
talk about
girlfriend or
both.
fight?
I'll talk about both. I think there's more merit to talk about girlfriend because, like, I always find it weird to like. There's something kind of gay about bragging about fighting, especially when you don't know enough to know about fighting. You know, like it's kind of like it's. So I'll talk about both gladly. I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything you ever want to know. But I'll go. We'll start with girlfriend, and I was in. This is horrible because I still know some of these people, but I was in first or second grade, and there was this girl, Hannah.
Boop.
Shouldn't be using full names. All right, and
Yeah, I'll take her last name out, yo.
okay, yeah. Just put a beep over it.
Boop.
Yeah. And she would flirt with me, and then she would flirt with my best friend, Justin B. Right?
Guarini.
And, yeah, sure. I kind of went into this being like, I'm just gonna fucking say names. I'm gonna name names.
Now it's harder than you thought, huh?
I'm not gonna name
get that.
names.
That's that liquid courage. Let's do one.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, fuck it. Hannah Feel Justin. So the good, very fucking good dude. My friend at the time.
I'm gonna put those names
still,
out if you're going.
Still a great guy now, man. But she would flirt with me. She would flirt with him, and it would be back and forth. And it would be like, "What's this bitch doing?" And she came over one day, and she came over one day, and we had a red couch in our basement, right? And you could flip the thing over, and you can hide inside of the couch. And I had heard that she kissed him, and then we're inside this couch.
Like a couch bed, like a couch bed type deal.
Kind of. It just like weirdly flipped inside, and you can like hide in this open space.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there with her, and then I'm like, oh, she already like fucking kissed him. I think I lost this one. Like, homeboy was like a perfect little boy. Like my good friend's like a real good dude. Like chiseled fucking jawline. Yo, like, so we had to do a book report in like first, second grade, right? And he chose like I chose Henry VIII, and then you had to dress up as this character, and then perform like a speech about your book report, right? And like, so I show up in like fucking like decked out Henry VIII shit.
That's
like I
that
look
white people
ridiculous. I probably had a fucking pillow, you know, and like I walk in like all clunky, like in like legitimate like Henry VIII shit, right? And then and my friend like fucking this kid Justin, like he's like he's like perfect looking little boy. he's like oh, I just picked John F. Kennedy, so he just got to wear a suit and look great. And I'm like, oh, fuck you, man. So she's sitting there inside this couch with me. I think he was going to hide, or he was counting while we were hiding or something. And she leaned over and kissed me, and she's like, hi, I kissed you. So then it was just like, all right. And like, I guess we're fucking dating, but like it was like a weird fucking thing. Like she was dating me and also dating him, and it was like a first, second grade thing. So it was like nothing real. But how about yourself?
That was it. Nothing happened. How did y'all break up? Let's see. Was there anything bad?
All right, well, if that doesn't count, I'll say
no. That counts. It counts.
Okay.
I'm just saying, did anything happen? Like, were you brokenhearted over it, or anything like that?
She would kind of play me and him off of each other.
Did y'all learn to hate each other because of it, or was it like
she got him? She got him one time, and like he said something that just crushed me.
Oh no!
and I was just like, oh my friend, what happened? But
what did she say?
So this reveals my real last name, but
no, you ain't gotta say that, do you? Oh, I guess you do. Is it a poem?
It's like it's a comment on my real last name.
Okay.
Yeah. So who fucking cares? So all right, so my real last name is Goldman, right? Pretty Jewish. But what can you do? Birth defect. Anyway.
Half or whole?
Half.
Okay.
Half kind of like people fucking converted. It's weird. I don't understand it. Gotcha. And I don't really pay attention to it. But so it's Goldman, and she like
I see why you changed it.
Right. She's playing us. Well, my mother's family name is Davis, so that's what I go with, because like I identify with that family way more, and it's just like it just makes sense to me. Yeah. But so she was playing us off each other, and he at some point just goes, take away the G and what do you have? It's old man. And I'm like, oh, like,
that's how old were you?
I was like, it was like first, second grade. I don't know what
that would have crushed me, yo.
It was more crushing that it came from like my best friend, you know. I was like, oh, fuck this bitch, fuck this. Like I just kind of like waddled off, you know, and like I didn't really fucking talk to her afterwards. And then she moved away, and then like I didn't fucking like oh, do you want to say like goodbye while she's leaving? I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, Hannah, wherever you are.
Yeah, word. My first girlfriend, I was 14. And my parents had split up, so I went down to Jersey, or up to Jersey, for the summer. Got myself, I think she was a half Colombian, half white. And I don't know what kind of white, because there's many different types of white.
Good on you, man.
But she was a freak. She was a hoe, man. I'm not going to give her name out.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. You gonna leave me out to fucking dry?
All right. Yeah, no, I guess. All right, I'll give her first name because I never.
All
You
right.
know what? Come to think of it, I don't think I remember her last name.
Dude, just give her the. Oh, I was gonna say, just give her the last name, no first
Yeah.
name.
Well, her name was Jessica, and yo, I swear that whole
Oh, you mean like
entire.
every girl on OkCupid ever?
Yeah, fucking right. And this is the Jersey Shore. I lived right on Bradley Beach, 2 blocks from the water. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like kind of the lifestyle in the summertime, man.
Right.
And it was just mad fun. So we would always hook up, man, constantly. I lost my virginity to her.
Good on you.
Yeah, man. And I ended up coming back here to Virginia after the summer, and she calls me up. Oh, I kissed this guy. Kissed. I think about it, you think about it now. When I was 19, oh, y'all kissed, y'all good. I ain't worried about no kissing, man. I'm just hitting
Right.
that, blase, blah, 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 blah. But you know damn well, as I'm older, they weren't just kissing. They was fucking too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Of
how?
course, of course. So, yeah, so I ended up breaking up with her. And as I broke up with her, I played Cupid from 112 and rubbed it in her face and then hung up the phone.
Tremendous.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the idea of just the phone with the
I had the radio. It was a tape too. It wasn't no CDs. It was, you know what I mean? It was a
that's
tape. It was
great.
recorded off the radio.
Dude, yes. Oh shit. That's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, that means that like you spent so much time thinking about this.
Yeah. I had like a month and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this bitch over.
I'm gonna fucking do this.
Yep. She was
Dude,
crying on the phone and the shit like that. I was just like, you good? All right. Well, you'll be good, all right. I'll talk to you some other time. Holla at me. Peace.
Like
Never saw her again.
oh, good on you.
First fight.
Oh man. It's not like anything really. Same kind of thing, man. Like firsts are never fucking great, right?
Facts.
So
Win or lose.
I won, but like it's not like I get weird talking about like fights because like I have a high pain tolerance and like I'm not fucking patting myself. Like I did stupid shit for a lot of my life, like
Right on.
like I would walk around with like fucking barbecue skewers out of my fucking head, like
Jesus
just like
Christ.
punching into my fucking skull.
What the fuck, dude?
Pro wrestling shit, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And I
So
was
you were part of that backyard wrestling movement then.
No, dude, I wish. I totally wish. I
Okay.
came in later and I would just like I like butted up to like deathmatch wrestlers and like
Okay.
we just got along and like I was like, yeah, punch me in the face. And then we'd just be like, all right, my turn. And like we just drink a lot and then fucking punch each other in the face.
Wow.
And then dude, like I got like that fight I did not fucking win, if you want to count that, but like I got jawed so fucking bad. Where like I had a whole quado side of my fucking head, dude.
You had a hematoma?
And, dude, I had swelling like another head. And like I drove home that morning like 5 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make it. And like
yeah, you didn't go to the fucking hospital.
There's a big turn. Yeah, dude, I was so fucking concussed. It wasn't even a question. But there's a turn, right? And my car's coming, and I'm like, I made it fucking home from like a 35-minute drive, right? From like my night of just going slug with fucking I mean, I'll name names, whatever, it's fine. Fucking Masada, who's a fucking major deathmatch international fucking legend. Like we just went fucking go, and then he just brained me, and I was like, oh, I waddled to the couch. I was like, okay, I think that's my night. That was it.
Shit, that's your first fight?
Bad. What? No.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, like I like as I'm driving home, 35 minutes after that, right?
Mhm.
Totally fucking concussed. I'm nearing this fucking turn, and I just wreck the whole underside of
Oh
the fucking car.
shit.
Crash this shit into the curb, and then I have to like waddle the car into the driveway. It's like, and then stumble into bed and just pass out.
Holy shit. You lucky that you are alive.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I stayed inside for like a week until this shit like like got back to some kind of normal, you know?
Wow, yo, that's crazy.
But like that
No.
story's way better than my first gay fight. Like,
I hear you.
I was on a line for like ice pops, and some kid cut, and then we started like fucking like talking and shoving each other, and then like it really came to the ground, and like I just like fucking like had him like this, and like that's it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you're young and you don't know how to do anything, you know?
Sure, exactly.
What about you though?
Um, well, kind of grew up fighting, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But the one I remember the most was in high school, ninth grade. And it was just me and this other dude. He was also Puerto Rican. And at first we had started like, we were cool with each other. And then something happened during the class. I don't know what the fuck happened. But we started talking shit to each other, whatever. And I turned to, kind of go back into my desk because the teacher was like, yo, shut the fuck up, blah, blah, blah. And then I turned to my desk and I just happened to look over. When I looked over, boom, 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 that motherfucker just started hitting me in my face. Yeah.
So dude just started raining on you?
Yeah, that's it. Because the teacher walked up to him because he stood up. I was like, whatever, man, get the fuck out of here, whatever. And then I took my eyes off of him and that's when he just started hitting me. And so he's hitting me, and then I don't know how the fuck it happened, but I had him where he was like as if he was sprawled. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just hitting him, pow, 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 pow. And then all of a sudden he looks up. I grab him by his waist and I just picked him up. I threw him on 4 or 5 different desks. Pow! And everybody, you can hear everybody. Ah!
So you just had the best first fight ever? Is that what you're saying?
But I lost. Because
oh no, how?
Because from him fucking punching me like that, my whole shit was all fucked up.
Yeah, but you ended it with like
that's how it ended.
Like
that's how it ended.
Slamming him on desks.
Yeah, and plus he was probably like a foot or two taller than me. It seemed like, you know what I mean.
You win that fight. What do you mean you lost?
I don't know, man. I feel like I lost that one, man. I feel like because there was times.
Did you not finish it?
That was it. Once I slammed him on the desk, all the teachers and a couple students started pulling me off of him.
I think that means you won, dude.
I guess. I've always felt like I lost that fight.
You fucking you Hulk ragdolled him.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's leave it up to the listeners and the watchers. Did I win that fight or did not? I don't know. Hit us up at the skankbank1@gmail.com. Yes. Oh, do you have any video? We can replay.
I got video of different matches.
We can replay any video you got, brother. We need content.
I don't have any video of me getting punched in the face, but like, I'll take more video of me getting punched in the face. I don't care. I had the idea of I was like, hey, like my brother was like, yo, I want to give Luis J. Gomez this fucking joint and like get him really fucking high because my brother makes weed out in Maine. Okay, and like he's a fucking monster with that shit. And then like we were going to Skanks the first time. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I guess maybe I'll just tell Luis to punch me in the face.
You know what? That may not be one of the hardest punches you ever take.
No, dude, I know it won't be. Because of the people that have rocked my brain.
If he sees this, he's gonna want to fight me.
No, dude, I'll let him punch me. I have no problem with it. But like fucking Dude, I told that to my lady, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" No, like, absolutely not. I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought it was a good idea. I thought people would like
I
that. So
guarantee you he would do it, man. Just recently he was rolling with a fan on stage.
I saw that shit. Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
definitely, dude. I think he'd fucking jock me, like fucking just straight.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah,
I don't think he
my
tried to
lady was
knock
like,
you out or
"No,
anything. I
no,
don't think he tried to knock you out though.
no." I've had three concussions now, so
You ain't got
probably
but two
should be
more.
out of.
You got CTE, bro. You know that, right?
Yo, probably, dude. Not like we're not even talking about the times I've been slammed on the back of my dome, you know. All right, so yeah, overall solid episode 2,
I
right?
think so. I think
A good
so.
getting to know you kind of thing.
Yep.
And then fucking 580, great fucking episode, I think.
Absolutely, man. You know, even though it was a pre-record, you got to really see how LOS is like without Lewis for one, and how smoothly the show goes without Lewis there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Great episode, man. Great
Yep.
episode, yeah.
But I think this wraps up another our second ever
Yes, it
Skank
does,
Bank.
man. It
I
sure
think
does.
I think we're doing pretty good here. I think we're creating some kind of a system. I think it's good. You keeping us on track. We get everything going. I think that's great. But we'd like to hear from everybody else. If you're listening, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to call us faggots, that's cool too.
Oh,
Hit
I
us
would
up.
love for that to happen.
Hit us up, talk to us, and yeah, we'll be back next week. Check out our Patreon. We'll be on to talking about AEW right now.
That's right. Patreon.com/the Skank Bank. You can catch the Skank Bank podcast on YouTube and all major platforms coming soon. Coming soon, y'all. Seriously. Follow the podcast, subscribe. If you want to, if you're on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, please feel free to subscribe, man. We would love the support. It will support future episodes, just like Patreon. And we're really working hard with the Patreon. We're going to add a lot of bonus content to it. So we hope y'all follow us and join us there, man. That's it. Patreon.com/the Skank Bank. Also, you can contact us at the skank I was gonna say the spank bank, the skankbank1@gmail.com. Send your emails, man. I'd love to hear what y'all are saying.
Talk
Seriously.
to us, and in perfect second episode form, feel free to send us those dick pics as well.
That's right. Hey, that's a good callback. I like that. I seriously like that.
Yes,
And
sir.
let's see. Follow the Instagram page at the Skank Bank Podcast. All right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for listening. We hope to see y'all soon. Love y'all. Peace.
Take care, guys.